Picture this. You're playing hide and seek and you can literally just press against a wall and vanish. Sounds like a superpower, right? For decades, every cartoon, every textbook, basically every person alive told you that's exactly what chameleons do, match their background and disappear. Here's the thing though, that story is mostly wrong, and the real science behind it is honestly so much wilder than anyone expected. The truth is, chameleon color change has almost nothing to do with hiding. It's about mood, body temperature, and light-bending nanocrystals inside their skin. Yeah, nanocrystals, actual physics happening inside a lizard. We'll get to that in a second, just stay with me because even scientists were shook. Now, a study published in Biology Letters in August 2025 by researchers from the University of Exeter finally tested this camouflage idea properly under controlled conditions. They placed flap-necked chameleons on black, yellow, and patterned backgrounds and literally measured how well the chameleon matched each one using predator vision models. The results were honestly humbling. Chameleons could adjust their brightness to match dark backgrounds and sort of match certain colors like yellow, but that was it. Complex patterns completely stumped them. Fine-grained mimicry was simply not in their biological toolkit, so the idea of a perfect living disguise is officially busted. The study confirmed what scientists had suspected for years. Color change in chameleons is primarily about social signaling and thermoregulation, not camouflage. Full stop. So let's start with temperature. Chameleons are reptiles, which means they produce zero body heat of their own. They are entirely dependent on their environment. On a cold morning, the chameleon goes dark brown or even black, because darker skin absorbs sunlight faster and brings body temperature up quicker. Then, when midday hits and the sun is absolutely cooking everything, the skin flips pale and light to reflect heat and keep the body cool. This animal is essentially a living thermostat. No app, no dial, just millions of years of evolution handling climate control in real time. But here's where it gets genuinely incredible. The most spectacular color displays have absolutely nothing to do with temperature or hiding from anyone. Those electric yellows, those burning oranges, those deep flaming reds, those are pure communication. The chameleon equivalent of standing up and yelling, "Everyone, look at me." A calm, relaxed chameleon is just basic green, vibes are neutral, nothing happening, just a lizard going about its quiet little reptile day. But the second a male needs to intimidate a rival, defend territory, or pull off a serious flex for a female, the whole body erupts. They are not changing color to disappear, they are changing color specifically to be noticed, which is literally the opposite of what pop culture told us. So now the real question. How does the lizard actually pull this off physically? For a long time, scientists thought it was just pigment, like paint mixing. That theory lasted for decades until 2015, when researchers looked deeper and found something completely unexpected sitting just beneath the surface of chameleon skin. There is a layer of specialized cells in there called iridophores, and packed inside those cells are microscopic crystals made of a compound called guanine. These crystals are not just sitting there randomly, they function as precision nanomirrors arranged in a physical lattice that the chameleon can actively reorganize. When the chameleon is relaxed, those crystals pack tightly together and reflect short wavelengths of light, specifically blue, back outward through the skin. That blue light hits the chameleon's naturally yellow pigment underneath, and basic color theory takes over. Blue plus yellow equals the green you see every day. Then the chameleon gets stressed or excited or aggressive. The skin stretches, the crystal spacing widens, and the whole reflection shifts to longer wavelengths instead. Longer wavelengths produce yellow first, then orange, then a deep fiery red, and the chameleon hasn't touched a single pigment molecule to do any of it. This is structural coloration, the same basic principle behind the iridescent shine on butterfly wings and certain beetle shells, just happening in real time on demand. Scientists now consider it one of the most elegant examples of biological nanotechnology ever documented in any living creature on the planet. No exaggeration there. And in January 2025, engineers at UC Berkeley published research in Science Advances building a tunable metamaterial inspired directly by this exact chameleon crystal mechanism. They designed a crisscross truss structure that expands and collapses the same way chameleon crystals do, using it to control how radar waves are reflected or absorbed. The goal is military stealth technology that can switch between absorbing radar and transmitting communication signals on demand, all because someone studied a lizard hard enough. A tiny reptile that controls light with nanocrystals is now actively inspiring next-generation military stealth and electromagnetic engineering, and that is genuinely not a drill. So the full picture looks like this. Chameleons use color for warmth, for bold social statements, and yes, some limited brightness matching when a predator is near. They are not master hiders, they are master communicators running biological nanotechnology that humanity is still trying to fully replicate in labs right now in 2025. Next time you actually see a chameleon shift color in front of you, you're not watching camouflage, you're watching a mood, a message, and physics all at once. A tiny mood-swinging, light-bending nano-engineer that runs on sunlight and inspired stealth aircraft, honestly one of the most underrated animals alive, and now you know it. Drop this on someone who still thinks chameleons are just shy little hide-and-seek champions, their reaction will absolutely be worth it. Trust.